Hello fellow mutants, welcome back to another video, and in this video we're going to talk about a potential revival of Arrow. So will the Arrowverse be coming back after it ended essentially earlier this year? Let's see. So the superhero drama Arrow aired its final episode in 2020, but could a revival be in the works? The cast discussed the possibility at a reunion panel during the March Emerald City Comic Con. "Quote unquote, this is what Steve Amell says. So we had it real good. Why did we stop?" And then Julian Harfork says, "I don't think we should have. The way things go, we have a couple more years until the reboot." Oh, so Juliana Harkfi, which I think is the girl who played Donna Drake, says, "I don't think we should have stopped." And then Colton Hayes, who plays Roy Harper, says, the way things go, we have a couple more years until the reboot. I feel like if Steven says we should do more, they will say okay." Harkfi and Haynes then looked to Amell as if waiting for a pitch for the reboot. Then I guess Haynes says, "Let's give Hills a couple more seasons." Haynes said, "Yeah, me and my family on Stars appreciate it." Amell says, "The key for anything is timing." So now we're getting to what Amell says. The key for anything is the timing. I anticipate doing more in the future. So in between those two quotes that I just read, it says he then spoke about reprising his role as Oliver Queen during the final season of Flash. He acknowledged that the CW's Arrowverse is wrapping up, but he wouldn't rule out the idea of donning the Emerald costume again. So that's where the "I anticipate doing more in the future" comes in. So as for what the plot could cover, the cast speculated on the whereabouts of their characters, with Haynes reminding us that Roy Harper was last seen with Leah Queen. So this is what Haynes said. "They're probably off honeymooning somewhere. It's been a 4-year honeymoon, but I hope they're still together," Haynes joked. Along these lines, Arrow was originally set to have a series called Green Arrow and the Canaries, but it never made it past the pilot stage. Which I have to say, and some of y'all might be saying, "Why, Phil? Why?" I would be up for the Green Arrow and the Canaries to actually appear. I would. But this is what the girl played Dinah Drake says. "We're going to see a side of Dinah that we never got to see." So she spoke about how she gave the producers some ideas for Dinah Drake's characterization in the potential sequel. All these details would have been good to see on Arrow, but for now they just live in our imagination. So during the question and answer portion of the panel, a fan asked the cast about the cast working with James Gunn in his new DCU. Amell gave the optimistic answer. "Colton, Julian, and myself have built a good currency with DC fans and comic book fans and Arsenal fans and Canary fans and Arrow fans. I think that going forward, of course, there's an opportunity to do something in the new DC universe." So he's not there's a potential that we could see the Arrowverse, Black Canary, Arsenal, and Green Arrow in the DCU, I guess, from Amell's perspective. I would be up for that. Hopefully, if they do bring in the Arrowverse actors to reprise their roles, then they will give them more respect than what Marvel did to Charlie Cox as Daredevil and the She-Hulk, so because his She-Hulk appearance was but okay, like it looks like they aren't closing the door on the Arrowverse coming back. I think the reason why Arrow ended was because Steve Amell wanted to, like, similar reasons as Grant Gustin retired as the Flash. He wanted to be a father to his child. Now, with that said, I don't think it could be on Earth 1 or Earth Prime as it's called now, because if Steve Amell is going to be a Wriggler, right? Because he's a Spectre, and in the Flash episode that Steve Amell was in, the last one I'm talking about, Steve Amell said that Oliver Queen was saying that he can only come back if the multiverse is in danger. So, like, the only way Earth Prime's Oliver Queen can come back is if there's like another like crisis on the verge, right? So like I don't think Earth Prime would be the best fit unless if they like do the Green Arrow and the Canaries, where like I don't know. I would be up for Green Arrow and the Canaries to be a thing, but I also like think if Arrow's going to continue, I think it should be taking place on a different Earth. I think it maybe Earth 4, where like you could say that the events of Team Arrow Earth 4 kind of ran similarly to Earth Prime, but of course, obviously, there are like different paths that the Team Arrow of Earth 4 took on like Earth Prime Team Arrow, and like the which will imply that Oliver Queen on Earth 4 is alive and never became a Spectre, never died. Because Earth Prime and the Earth that Superman Lois is on, Oliver Queen died, technically. The difference is, Earth Prime Oliver Queen somehow survived as a Spectre, and can only interfere when the universe is in danger, or the multiverse is in danger. And, to be also fair too, Oliver also did say in the Flash finale, or season, that the multiverse is has been giving birth. So Earth 2 clearly has Stargirl. We got some numbered Earths in the end of the Crisis crossover, right? So I think if Arrow's going to get what's the word? Revived, then it should take place on another Earth. I think a lot of fans will accept a lot of the same events that happened on Earth Prime, or previously known as Earth 1, could run. There would be some events on Earth 4 that was the same on Earth Prime, but of course there being some subtle differences too. So, who knows? Maybe on this new Earth, Oliver Queen's mother never died, or maybe she did. Who knows? Maybe on this Earth, if they wanted to bring in the whole LGBTQ thing, Nisa Al Ghul, Sarah Lance became a thing, or maybe Sarah or Laurel never technically died, and she continued to be the Black Canary. Or maybe like William never like moved out of Felicity and Oliver's house to live with his grandparents. Maybe in this Earth, William's mother actually agrees to let Oliver be in his life, William's life. And maybe like Prometheus taking William and Samantha to Leon never really happened. That Prometheus took it someone else, right? Or maybe like Artemis never turned. You know, there's a lot of things that like if an Arrow revival comes to place and it does take on a different Earth, they can like play around with. But I would be up for Arrow to come back as long as it like I said takes place on a different Earth, because I can't see like if it's on Earth Prime, Oliver being able to come back without the universe being in danger. Not unless it was like a sort like on in a mini-series type fashion where they come back for like 10, 12 episodes. Then where like yeah, the universe is in danger again, and maybe like this could also include like the Justice League finally be in action, because I've heard the Flash season 10. If we got Flash season 10, we would have finally got the Justice League. So maybe we would have got that. Maybe we could get that if we're going to take on Earth Prime, right? So, who knows? But I know that the possibility is endless with this Arrow revival. Anyways, what do you think? Let me know in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. I will talk to you fellow mutants later.